Hello my friends, Perilous 3D here. Welcome back for another episode of Let's Play Empyrion Galactic Survival. Boy, I hit some bad luck again last time. Total disaster, complete loss. My base was doing really well on Maspron, and then I decided to move my fuel tank in a really inopportune time and ended up losing everything. So, lesson learned. But it was a hard pill to swallow, my friends. So I'm rebuilding. The consolation with all this is that I do have several new SVs on the way. Some pretty nice designs. Ones that you Star Wars fans out there I'm sure will appreciate. And I'm also building a new CV, taking this opportunity. There you see the ass end of it. Basically just two big thrusters, and the idea here is that I want to encapsulate everything as much as I possibly can. So there's a backup system that's in the middle of all this mess here, and it's surrounded by combat blocks. Everything has its own space and is surrounded by combat blocks. I'm just experimenting with different designs to see what is the most rugged and sturdy. This thing's going to be really heavy when I'm done, so I'll have to consider all that. But, yeah. So that's kind of what I've been doing with my time. Here come the drones again. Bringing back some flashbacks for me. The unfortunate part of all that was I was doing really well, and the base was shaping up. Things were going good. My 2 cannon turrets were easily taking care of any drones that were coming around. But right when I decided to move that fuel tank, immediately an attack ensued, and it was like something like 3 large plasma drones and 2 regular ones. I got overwhelmed. I actually ended up killing them all, but by that time my base was just in rubble, and wasn't really worth salvaging much. My backpack might be there, maybe. I do plan on maybe going back and tackling that one last time, once and for all, I should say. So that's kind of the plan here. I'm gonna drop down my SV that I was talking about. You can check that out. So there it is. It's the TIE Fighter. I'm sure you guys are well familiar with this one, anybody who's active on the workshop anyway. And then you can see off in the distance my X-Wing, which is the, I always forget which one it is. It's the T98 XAR X-Wing. So there you go. Flies really nice. I like it. Yeah, it's got a nice turning radius. Not the fastest in the world, but pretty good. Like medium. Really good acceleration. Yeah. I unfortunately lost 3 or 4 of my SVs as well that were attached to the Serenity. The Serenity is still actually in orbit, which is the good news, in Maspron, and it should all be intact. There's not much aboard it in terms of mats, because I brought all my stuff into the new base, but at least I still have another big SV, a really nice one, that's waiting for me when I get back there. But it's a matter of farming the crystals now and getting back. But there you see the TIE Fighter. Looks pretty cool. I wanted to have one SV where you kind of get inside it. This thing has really good guns here too. I like that design. But I wanted to have one that you board and one that just has a cockpit for ease to just hop in and take off. So these two guys are they go hand in hand, obviously, and they serve my purposes just fine. I actually dismantled old Betsy, so I currently have no way of getting from system to system, but for now I'm just farming crystals anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that is what's on the menu. Farming crystals, which obviously I won't bore anyone with that kind of stuff, but once I have that, probably come back, keep working on this bad boy, get it at least up and running, which actually I think right now it is, because it has everything you need to fly it. It's just sitting there burning fuel, basically. But oh, I do have the Black Mamba still over there as well, in case I really need it. I can't reach, of course. So as you can see, nothing is exposed here. That's kind of the idea. And here come the drones. Very close to getting level 25 as well, 94%. That'll be exciting. Whole world of possibilities after that. But I am definitely going back to Maspron, and I am going to conquer that planet hard. It's going to be ugly. For them. Alright. Now before I get radiation poisoning and kill myself here, time to get some crystals. Love the look of this thing. If only the wings could open up. But definitely I know that I can survive on Maspron. It's just a matter of doing it long term. Wow. These crystals are just not growing. I've come back here several times and they just won't come back. Maybe I'm not spending enough time in the playfield here. I'm not sure. But it's making getting crystals a real pain in the ass. Yeah. Can't harvest anything. That's not good. Or there's something going on with the targeting, which looks like is the case here. Huh. All this time I thought they were not regrowing, but might be a targeting issue, because I've picked 2 of them up here. There's another one. And it's not changing either. Yeah. Well, at least I can still loot them. I'm glad I figured out that trick. Radiation's going up really fast. I don't have any... Whoa. Something is buggy here. Unless they introduced massive crystals here in the game that just let you pick up tons and tons of them. Well, I'm not going to keep doing that here because I don't want to exploit the game, but kind of saved me a little bit of time. I will relog though in the hopes that it will fix that issue. Okay, so now they're back to normal. Alright, well, I'm not sure how that happened, but it sort of worked out in my favor, and I'm not going to just drop those crystals that I picked up, so. Alright, so luckily now I have everything I need to go back, so I can go ahead and... Actually, there's a base here that I can go and use. Make my crystals while I'm here. Actually, no, I'm going to go back... Going back to Aqua. My CV is there. And I have all the materials I need to build over there, so no point of sticking around the moon for now. Unless I want to go get my hummingbird, but that's small potatoes. But yeah, I was going to say earlier, I lost my SV, three or four of them. My CV's still in orbit. Had to dismantle Betsy, but otherwise... Still in high spirits, somewhat. And I'm gonna go and get the Serenity back for sure. And conquer Maspron. So as you can see here, I still have some parts to put on or somewhere around my ship, but all of the integral stuff is already in, it's part of the ship, encapsulated in there, so this stuff is all just a bonus, but I plan on putting that on as well, so let's make that happen. Might as well max out the old tech tree while I'm at it. So there we have it, everything is maxed out, and it looks like the unlock points continue to go up as you kill things, so but yeah, that's one thing off the checklist. Oh, you can actually go higher than level 25. Very cool. Or maybe I have to max out my level 25 bar and then it'll cap. Either way, that's cool that it's still going up. Damn tree, get in my way. It's shaping up to be like a big destroyer or something. Like a battleship. I'm liking the looks of this. Well, that's as much effort as I want to put into it, I think, for now. So I've got plenty of surface area to work with here. I'm just going to drop down everything I can. Maybe tucked away here. And some of the more, you know, slotted out spots here. I could access everything as well with the control panel here and make things a little bit more difficult, but at the same time much more protected. So that is an option if I wanted to do that, but I think for now I don't plan on getting any major trouble here. So what I'm going to do is get this thing functional, get it flying. It's going to be heavy as crap. It's going to be heavy as hell, but I'm going to get it in the air and get it over to Massbron and see if I can pick up my backpack and get that lucky. Now the ammo box is something I definitely want to be encapsulated because they tend to target that as one of their first things, so this is going to get tucked away somewhere. And I think I have the perfect place for it, down over yonder. Put some lights up as well so that I can see where I'm going. Hope you like the name, by the way. These things are really pointless. I'm just dropping them all down so they're all in one place together. The guns I definitely want on board, as well as my turrets, just in case I run into trouble. And the feet, or the landing blocks as I call them. And the landing blocks, or the feet as I call them, those are obviously going on the bottom. Okay, at least I've got some protection. It doesn't look pretty, but it doesn't have to. It just has to work. Alright, my friends, let's see if she flies. I have a feeling it's going to be an energy hog, but let's see. I do have a tier 2 generator, so it shouldn't be a problem. Okay, so as I was afraid of, it's way too heavy to get up off the ground, so I'm going to need some more thrusters. That gives me an idea for something I want to do, though. Okay, with this big old thruster here, I should be able to get it up off the ground, at least for now. That's all I'm aiming to do, so I can put the feet on there and keep building on it. So I'll just slap it down anywhere, just for now. And will it get up off the ground now? It should. Oh yes, easily. Now, one thing I hadn't thought about here is slowing it down after when it starts floating. So it will come down without too much downward thrust Anyway, as you can see, gravity's just pulling it down very slowly, 1 meter, maybe 2 meters a second, something like that. But obviously I want some down thrust here as well, because that could be dangerous. Okay, right about there should do it for now, and I can slap this landing gear on there. Again, I'm not too concerned about appearances here. It's all just for getting me from point A to point B right now. Okay, that should do the trick for that. And now just for some added downward thrust. Oh, I'll be able to add some blocks at the bottom here as well, which will be a very good thing. With CVs, as you know, you get shot from the bottom quite often. So here's what I was thinking. This is the perfect little pocket here to put some thrusters. I can even put a whole bunch of them there if I wanted to. So how many would I need just for fun? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quite a few. But that would be fun to have this whole area filled with thrust to get me off the ground. It'll look cooler than just one of these big things. But to compensate, I will turn this thing upside down. I wonder if I can rotate it. Looks like I can. Maybe. Or not. Get this thing out of the way. No, it's good right there. Alright, so I'm just gonna slap this down like so. And now that should be more than enough to bring us back down to the ground. I'm gonna make a whole bunch of those normal thrusters because I think that'll look cool. At least until I finish building it out. Okay, so I've got some ammo while all this other stuff is being made. I think we can safely take a trip here. I'm going to want to bring some supplies with me, at least for survival purposes, and maybe an SV or two. One of the more expendable ones, like the Black Mamba. But let's see if 3 medium thrusters is enough to get this thing off the ground. I've got some counter force now to account for, so... I've got enough ammo to be dangerous, so it's a good time to go. Okay, so I've got decent radiation protection. I have pretty good temperature protection. Not really temperature protection against fire rain, but not a whole lot you can do about that. I'll just have to be extra careful. But I'm pretty much ready to go. So I think what we'll do is wrap this one up, and we'll continue next time on the next episode, where we will go back to Masperon, reclaim our stuff, and hopefully be able to make it back. I don't know about setting up a base right away. Might not be the best idea, but I'll have to put some thought into that. But anyway, when I'm ready to go and officially do this thing, we'll begin the next episode, and then we'll take it from there. So thanks for joining me, my friends, and I hope you'll tune in next time for another adventure in Empyrion Galactic Survival. See you then. Bye-bye.